The paper came from the back of a church bulletin, cream and faintly textured, with the hymn numbers still printed in the corner. She chose a fountain pen this time, dark blue ink that pooled slightly where she paused too long. The folds were deliberate, but not exact, each crease pressed firmly as though she needed the shape to hold.
I let them believe that is my name. It was easier in the beginning. Easier to nod when they mispronounced it than to correct them. Easier to accept the shortened version than to watch their mouths struggle around the syllables my grandmother carried across an ocean. At school, they asked me if I had something simpler, something more Australian. They said it kindly. They said it as though they were offering a gift. I gave them one. I told myself it did not matter. A name is only a sound, a label, a way to get someone's attention across a crowded room. But the first time I signed the new name on an exam paper, my hand hesitated. It felt like forging someone else's identity. I practiced it until the curves came easily, until I could write it without thinking. My grandmother still uses my full name when she calls. She says it slowly, each syllable a step. When she does, I feel as though something inside me straightens. Last week at work, a customer asked where I was from. I told him here. He laughed and said, "No, originally." I gave him the answer I have memorized. He nodded as though that confirmed something about me he already believed. When my manager introduced me to a client, she used the shortened name. I smiled. I shook hands. I let it pass. I have built a life around this borrowed sound. Friends use it. My lease is signed with it. My email address begins with it. There are days when I almost answer to it without remembering that it was once an adjustment. But when I hear my full name spoken aloud, something tightens in my throat. It feels like being found. I do not know which one is the lie anymore. The name I give the world or the one I keep folded inside me. I do not know whether reclaiming it would feel like courage or disruption. I only know that every time I let it go unanswered, it grows quieter.
She stepped onto the balcony just as the first low roll of thunder moved across the evening sky before releasing the aeroplane into the gathering wind. In the keeper's chamber, the folded bulletin settled upon the desk and was opened with patient hands. As the final crease eased flat, a faint echo like distant syllables carried briefly through the cold stone chamber, before dissolving back into its watchful quiet.